So, as an older beginner starting to learn piano, there's a lot of things that you're up against. But the good news is that these things are not real. You're making them up in your mind. And the first thing I want to address is feeling that you'll never complete something and you're trying to race through learning a piece or an exercise because you fear that you don't have much time left here on this planet and you want to get so much done, but you're reinforcing it because you rush through the material and you're enforcing that your playing is not making progress. Therefore, time is wasted. You feel like I'm not going to get it done. So this is the first thing I want to address. When you rush through material, that is the fastest way to waste time. You need to go very slow. And actually, it's the opposite here. Going slow and practicing thoroughly means going very fast in your progression. So that's one thing you have to be aware of. And the next thing is telling yourself things that are not true. I'll never be good. I just won't be able to measure up to the next pianist that I look up to in this amount of time. By the time I get good, it'll take me 10, 20 years to be as good as that, and maybe I won't be around then. You see how stupid and silly these things that you're telling yourself? You need to make most of your time while you're here at the piano. And going slow is going to prove to you that you're going to be able to complete more things in a shorter amount of time. More smaller, minimal things, but you're making progress. So first we need to work on that. So here's a little exercise. Anything that you're working on, practice the minimum amount. When I mean the minimum, it's a very small amount. And by this, you have to gauge what's giving you trouble. So let me demonstrate here. If I'm playing something like this, that's just a simple melody. And then you want to add your left hand, so you add your left hand. And you're screwing up, right? Okay, so those are two bars, all right? Say you have the first bar down. Easy, right? You're fumbling around in your left hand. Now, this is where focused practice works. You have to figure out what you're stumbling on. You have to go one note at a time till the next note does not feel comfortable. Take a look. The part I'm comfortable with . So this part right here needs to be worked on. So maybe you're having trouble putting both hands together. So if that's the case, one note at a time. The right hand and then the left hand. So, if you want to play the whole example thoroughly without mistakes, we have to do this. You have to sacrifice how much you're going to play. And I will not go any further than that till that feels effortless. Now I'll just isolate that part. That feels good. Now I could add another note. This is focus practiced. And this is very important because you're going to show yourself that you could get something difficult done. And you'd be surprised. Maybe you'll get through this in 20 minutes. Whereas before, You kept practicing it incorrectly over and over and didn't realize or didn't notice any improvement in 2 weeks. We're saving lots of time here, so let's keep going. That's comfortable. Now, add another note. Okay, something's difficult there. Oh, both hands are hitting there. Okay, let's slow it way down till it's effortless. And you see that's the key there. Slowing it down to where it feels like you're hardly playing. We're instilling the muscle memory here. Again. Okay, pretend you've done a couple minutes of that and now you're ready for the next note. We got it. We'll just start from the beginning and play it and see how it feels. Not bad. So this is what needs to happen. Practicing slowly and thoroughly and not having anxiety and worried thoughts about never getting it done. You have to have a clear mind. So that brings me to my next topic. Saying bad things to yourself, bad thoughts, bad images of you never being able to complete something. We have to get our mind quiet. So there's many exercises out there that you could do to quiet the mind, but maybe before you touch the instrument, you might need to relax. Approach the instrument with non-anxiety. Now, that may be hard for some of you because you've programmed yourself to come to the instrument with your mind wrapped up in a terrible thought and you're touching the instrument. This needs to change. We need to be relaxed. We need to be focused. We need to focus on having a clear mind when we're approaching our instrument. One thing you can do is every time a bad thought comes into mind and doubt and messes up your playing, you just simply take your hands off the piano. There's some reprogramming that needs to be done with the relationship to you and your instrument. So those are two main things. Slower is faster. Remember that and have a clear mind. Happy practicing, everybody, and I'll see you soon.